Hello good people and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brother Chima and I am a spiritualist. On this channel we share spiritual tips, spiritual recipes, spiritual remedies, spiritual messages that'll draw you closer to God, messages that will help you to solve your spiritual problems, using the power of God Almighty, the power of the universe, also using natural ingredient, herbs, root materials that God has created, harvesting the spiritual energies, properties, frequencies and vibration in manifesting our spiritual tips on here. Please consider subscribing to the channel, give this video a like, and also share it. God bless you for doing that.
Our mind has a tendency to focus on what we don't have rather than what we want. This can create negative thoughts and feelings that can hinder our progress towards our goals. However, visualizing is a way to train and stretch the mind to make room for the manifestation of our deepest desires. Joseph Murphy, the author of the best-selling self-help book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, says that whatever beliefs, thoughts, and opinions we impress on our subconscious mind are made manifest in our experiences. This means that the more we focus on our desires and visualize them in our minds, the more likely they are to become a reality. So, how can we get our subconscious mind to work for us? How does visualizing our desires help us overcome negative thoughts? Let's explore these questions in more detail. Michelangelo was perhaps the greatest sculptor in history. He once said, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." He saw David in the marble, and his mental imagery allowed him to birth from his subconscious mind a genius creation. In a similar manner, when we visualize our desires, we become immersed in the state of having them, and it activates our minds to work on our behalf. This is what makes visualizing your desire so important. Let's take an example to understand how visualizations help us live in the state of having our desires. Imagine a woman who lives in the city. She dreams of going to a small village outside of the city where she can start a new life and write a novel. She visualizes herself sitting at a wooden desk, drinking a cup of hot coffee and writing the final pages of her book. She feels the warm sun blazing in through a big picture window and hears the soft call of a morning dove. She can see the calm lake with its cold water from the window of her home. She thinks about how she will enjoy kayaking on it later in the day. While imagining all of this, she feels fulfilled, content, and at peace, not only in what she is imagining, but in reality too. Now, when she repeats this imagined scene, her subconscious mind starts feeling like it's real. She experiences the same feelings and emotions as she would in reality. Repetition of the same scene impresses the subconscious mind, and ultimately resources become available that lead her toward the situation that she imagined. Circumstances are automatically created in favor of the goal that she imagines. For example, the woman who is imagining going to a village, sitting at a desk, having a cup of coffee, and writing a novel may receive a surprise phone call from an old friend who recently moved to that village and invites her there. The fact is, our subconscious mind can't distinguish between reality and imagination. If you imagine it, it will produce the same emotions and feelings that it would produce in reality. According to Joseph Murphy, there are two parts of the brain, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is responsible for producing emotions and feelings that affect our attitude, behavior, decisions, and actions in our daily lives. But it lies below the conscious mind and can't differentiate between imagination and reality. It simply gets directions from the conscious mind in the form of thoughts and produces the relevant emotions or feelings. Because it is linked to the conscious mind, whatever the conscious mind sends to it, it receives without arguing and considers it real. Now, if we play a scene in our conscious mind, our subconscious mind will accept it as real, and it will give rise to the same emotions and feelings that it would in some real situation. The fact is that the mind has a tendency to support our thoughts and beliefs, whether they are positive or negative. If we constantly focus on negative thoughts, it becomes a habit, and our mind starts producing more of those negative thoughts. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and lack of motivation. On the other hand, if we focus on positive thoughts and desires, it becomes a habit, and our mind starts producing more of those positive thoughts. This can lead to feelings of joy, inspiration, and motivation. Visualizing our desires helps us to train our minds to focus on positive thoughts and feelings, and to create a sense of fulfillment and contentment in our lives. It is a way to activate the subconscious mind and to start manifesting our deepest desires. However, it's important to note that visualizing alone won't make our desires magically come true. We also need to take action towards achieving our goals. The visualization process helps to create a positive mindset and to give us the motivation and inspiration to take action. In summary, visualizing our desires is a powerful tool to train our minds to focus on positive thoughts and feelings. It activates our subconscious mind to work towards our goals and to create circumstances that favor our desires. With regular practice, visualizing can help us to manifest our deepest desires and to live a fulfilled and contented life.